Most people believe that getting rich means drawing attention. Flashy cars, expensive clothes, exotic trips, all documented on social media. But the truth is, many of the wealthiest people in the world have built their fortunes quietly, without anyone around them even noticing. And that doesn't just protect your privacy, it also gives you real stability and freedom. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can grow your money without anyone noticing, using simple but powerful strategies you can start applying right now. Live below your means. This sounds basic, but it's the foundation of everything. No matter how much you earn, if you spend it all, you'll never accumulate wealth. The goal is to keep your expenses several levels below your income and let the difference go to investments and savings. This doesn't mean living poorly or depriving yourself of everything, but rather prioritizing what truly adds value to your life and stopping payments for things that just aim to impress others. For example, many people spend a lot of money on brand-name clothes or gadgets they only use to show off. However, a comfortable, functional pair of shoes can be just as good and much cheaper. Taking public transport instead of owning an expensive car, or cooking at home instead of eating out frequently, these small changes add up to a big difference at the end of the month. Also, living below your means frees you mentally. You're not tied to maintaining a costly image or paying off debts for superficial things. That peace of mind is essential to making smart financial decisions. Automate savings and investments. The second step is to automate your savings and investments. The mistake many make is saving what's left over, and most of the time, there's nothing left. The right approach is to take a portion of your income first, even if it's small, and send it automatically to a savings or investment account. You can set this up as an automatic transfer on payday, so the money never even hits your main checking account. That way, the funds are already set aside and you won't accidentally spend them. Automation also removes the temptation to wait for the perfect moment to save or invest. The perfect moment is now. By creating this automatic habit, your money growth becomes routine, effortless, and over time, it builds a solid capital. Invest in low-cost index funds. A third habit that often goes unnoticed is investing in low-cost index funds or similar instruments. These investments don't aim to get rich quick or predict the market, but to mimic its long-term growth, benefiting from low fees and broad diversification. Index funds replicate large stock market indexes like the S&P 500 or MSCI World. That means your money is invested across hundreds or thousands of companies, which reduces the risk of losing everything if one company fails. What's incredible is that over time, this strategy outperforms most active investors who try to guess the market and end up paying high fees or making emotional mistakes. Also, compound interest, the process where your earnings generate more earnings, makes even small contributions grow exponentially over the years. That's why starting early is crucial, no matter how small your initial investment is. Avoid and eliminate high-interest debt. Of course, none of this works if you're drowning in expensive debt. That's why the fourth step is to avoid or eliminate high-interest debt. Unpaid credit cards, personal loans with high rates, and abusive financing can eat away years of your progress. The money you pay in interest could be multiplying in your favor if you used it for investments. For example, if you're paying 40% annual interest on a credit card, your investments need to earn more than that just to break even, which is very difficult. To get out of costly debt, make a plan to pay off the ones with the highest rates first, while keeping minimum payments on others. You can also negotiate with creditors or refinance at lower rates. Financial freedom starts when you free your money from the chains of toxic debt. Keep a low profile. Another trick of the quiet rich is keeping a low profile. This doesn't mean living like you're poor, but rather avoiding exaggerated displays of wealth. This prevents others from taking advantage of you and reduces social pressure to maintain an image. For example, if you have a good net worth, you don't need to show it off with expensive watches or luxury cars that can attract envy, theft, or annoying solicitations. Being discreet also helps you stay focused on your path without outside distractions. Living with visible modesty but inner peace is the ideal combo to protect both your wealth and your mental well-being. Diversify income sources. It's also crucial to diversify your income sources. Relying on a single salary leaves you vulnerable to layoffs, cuts, or economic crises. So look for secondary income streams through skills you have, small online businesses, real estate investments, or monetizing content on social platforms. The key is that, over time, several sources work for you even while you sleep. This not only increases your saving ability, but also gives you freedom to choose and protects you from unforeseen events. For instance, you might learn affiliate marketing, create an online course, or rent a room or property. With some dedication and consistency, these passive incomes grow and add to your main earnings. Take advantage of tax benefits. If your country allows it, taking advantage of accounts with tax benefits is a great ally. These instruments let you invest or save with perks like paying less tax or deferring them to later. For example, some pension plans or special investment accounts offer the chance to reduce taxable income or postpone taxes until retirement. That small percentage you save in taxes adds up over the years and makes a big difference in your wealth. Researching and using these resources takes time and maybe professional advice, but it's a step that can speed up your path to wealth without increasing your tax costs. Invest in assets, not consumables. Another key principle is to invest in assets, not in ephemeral consumption. An asset is something that holds or increases its value over time. Stocks, properties, businesses, even carefully chosen collectibles. Consumption, on the other hand, depreciates the moment you buy it. For example, a new car loses a lot of value in the first few years, while a property or a shareholding can appreciate. So the more you direct your money toward assets, the more your net worth grows. Think of every cent you spend on things that lose value as money that isn't working for you. Explore alternative investments. Some people also explore lesser-known investments like land, forests, or alternative businesses. It's not for everyone, but it's a way to diversify off the radar, protecting your wealth from the volatility of traditional markets. Investing in agricultural land or forests can be interesting because these assets tend to hold value and sometimes have tax incentives or subsidies. Others go for small businesses or franchises that generate steady cash flow. This requires research and risk tolerance, but is another way to add income streams and shield against economic shifts. Have a long-term vision. All of this requires a long-term vision. The problem with many people is they want quick results and get frustrated when they don't see them in weeks or months. True wealth is built over years, even decades. The earlier you start, the less effort you'll need to make later. Consistency is key, and so is knowing there will be good years and bad. But if you stay the course, compound interest and time will work their magic. Keep learning about finance. Finally, never stop educating yourself financially. Reading books, listening to podcasts, taking courses, and learning new strategies keeps you one step ahead. Knowledge is power, and understanding how money and investments work helps you avoid costly mistakes. And if one day you decide to help others or donate some of your money, do it quietly. Silent generosity is not only more elegant, but also prevents your help from becoming a constant expectation for others, or collaborators strongers that for themselves after us per second to talk to cash line. These habits might seem simple, but together they form a powerful system that, over time, lets you build significant wealth without drawing attention. The key is to start today, be consistent, and let time and compound interest do their work. Because the safest wealth isn't the one everyone sees, it's the one only you know you have.